let's try this again. All right. A little bit of an experiment today. You might have caught my last live stream that has been deleted now, but I'm at home. I'm on Wi-Fi, and I want to test this new app called Prism, I think, that allows me to stream to YouTube. So that's what this is. And I want to make a big announcement, so don't go anywhere. And I want to teach you something cool, so don't go anywhere. First thing I want to share is that there is a big sale going on over at harmonica123.com. If you land on the homepage, you'll find it. You'll just see the info, and you don't need to listen to me yap about it. But I'll quickly mention that I am doing 35% off of my blues harp classes, and I'm also doing membership yearly deals. So go check that out. It's only good through July 6th. I love that it kept the old thumbnail. That's okay. It kept the old thumbnail. All right, so let's talk. Let me know in the video description that the audio is working okay for you and all that good stuff. B-flat harmonica. Oh, it doesn't say it there. Doesn't say it anywhere. I promise it's a B-flat. Let's do some stuff here. Talk about second position. Should we? Maybe for a minute. And I'm going to let you ear train this little riff that I'm playing here. Let me show you what I mean. I don't know where it comes from, but I'm going to show you what's going on with this. I'm actually going to talk about it. But first, just try to ear train it. If you got a B-flat harmonica, try working this out. 6 notes. See if you can find those. I'll give you a minute to try that. B-flat. If you don't have a B-flat, it's worth getting a B-flat. They're wonderful keys to own. What are the notes that I'm playing here? One draw. You can tell that's a bend, right? You can hear that fuzz on the note, kind of. 2 full step bend to 2 draw. So let's just play that 1 draw, 2 full, 2 draw. Why do we learn these types of random riffs? Because the patterns themselves lend to great movements when you improvise. Whether you think to use this as an actual lick when you're improvising, by learning the pattern, you can start to build off it. Like, for example, where my first 3 notes, I'll get back to the lick in a sec. But I could have gone, or, and the list, it goes on and on. You can just start creating with these first 3 notes and start to work on building out from there. But we got to get this part. 4 blow, 3 half step bend, and 2 draw. It does come from something that I cannot think about right now. I can't conjure or remember exactly what it was. But it's a great little riff. Again, we're on a B flat. Let me see if I can just change this little thing while we're doing it. This is ridiculous what I'm about to try to do as I'm live streaming, but I think it's worth it. Let's just try. Change. I can change the thumbnail. That's what I'm trying to do, folks. Then you can fill around that, right, with your ideas going. Always coming back to that as kind of a central theme. I don't see any good pictures to use, really. This is kind of a funny picture. I'm really in quite a mood here today. Let's see what happens if I put this picture up. And you guys won't see it, but when it populates later, it'll be a very funny screenshot, the thumbnail. Come back and look at what I did with the thumbnail. Good morning to you guys tuning in. Is the audio okay now? Is the video skipping or doing any weird things? Let me know that. That's something that's very important to me, which is why I'm experimenting with this new app here. I'm not going through the YouTube app today. I also wanted to switch gears and talk about something different, which is interesting. Focused noodling. What does that mean to you when I say that? Focused, what does noodling on an instrument mean? Let's start with that. What does noodling mean to you? I think it means the same thing to most of us, which is messing around, not having a focus, just noodling. Noodling is just sort of less focused. So what if I say to you, focused noodling? What does that mean? Let's talk about that. Because there's a lot of cool things that come from focused noodling. Let's not use the word noodling anymore. I can't stand the sound of that word. Let's say focused exploration, okay? The other day, and I'll show you why I'm bringing this up, but the other day I was playing, and let me explain what that means to me. What do I do when I'm just not doing a focused kind of practice session? I'm doing things like I'm doing scale work, partial melodies, in and out, I'm riffing, I'm moving from position to position, I'm just exploring and having fun. It might sound like this. I'm just exploring. I'm experimenting is what I'm really trying to do here. And why do you want to do that sometimes? It can be fun. I mean, that's cool. That's one reason but it's really the exploration aspect of this. It's that you're trying to find something new, get something new to come out of your instrument. I was doing a lot of major scale stuff yesterday. Oh, I don't know what I played. Jim Bird, I don't know what I played. I'm just in the moment. Again, this is what happens when you noodle. You might forget something. So record the exploration sessions. Let's call them exploration. Record these moments. No, I don't know anything about that, Jeremy. Maybe I need to do a little bit of homework first. Was that the turnaround? Let me know if that's it. And another good thing that comes from this exploration practice is that you develop more agility on the instrument and courage to explore when you're actually improvising live, especially like the agility aspect of being able to go mentally agile from one position to another, or just agile from your technique perspective. So here's one. This is one of the things that came up yesterday. So again, it's a B flat. If you don't have a B flat, let's be kind to the people that don't have a B flat. Let's do it on a C harmonica. Okay, let's do it on the C just in case. Everyone's got a C. If you have a harmonica, you've got to have a C most likely first and foremost. Okay. What I'm doing is more transposition, exploration, and work here. So if you have a C harmonica, I know I'm all over the map, but that's okay. Don't forget, if you're just joining, there's a big sale. Go to my homepage at harmonica123.com. Check out the details. So on a C harmonica, if you find these three notes, I'll help you with the first one because it's a bend and maybe some of you are not comfortable bending yet, but it's a 3 full step bend. Where else is that note located in the middle register? If you don't know, it's 6th draw. And then when I lifted it out, can you find that note? Also up there. And the last note on this part of the lick, it's not even a lick really. 4 blow, 7 blow. So you're just transposing these little movements from the lower to the middle register, okay? And then I played that big 2 full step bend to 1 draw. And then I went, right? 5 draw, 4 draw. There's a reason why I talk about this stuff non-stop. I want to be very clear about something. I talk about this topic every other week. I'm talking about the same shit. You guys are probably like, Ronnie's talking about this shit again. Yes, I am. I'm talking about this stuff because it is so powerful to work on this. And not enough people are talking about it. I tune into other videos and other channels. Not all of them. I don't watch intently my other fellow teachers and all that, but I do tune into some of them, and I don't see anybody talking enough about this, let's say that. Certainly there are teachers that have taught harmonica on YouTube that talk about it, but I'm telling you right now, this idea of being able to go just recreate on one key in one position, low to mid register ideas, work those out. Start ear training those ideas. The next best thing you can do if you're like, no, I've got a handle on that, don't pick up a minor tuned harmonica accidentally. That'll throw you through a loop. Is it in the other room? Perfect. Why does this have to happen to me right now? Oh, here's a G. Got lucky. Then you want to take first and second and work out like I did in the last short. If you didn't watch my last YouTube short that was just uploaded like yesterday, I took an E flat and I took B flat harmonica and I played second and first position back to back. That's what I was doing. I was transposing mostly. There's loose parts where I don't. I'm transposing from second to first. Low end of second to the high end of first position. Try that. See what happens. And beginners, if you're thinking this is too advanced for me, too bad I can't learn from this guy because it's just over my head. I don't even know what he's talking about transposing. Transposing means finding the idea in one part of the harmonica and finding the exact same notes in a different part of the harmonica, okay? So a beginner can play, try to find this, beginners or whoever, you know, C harmonica, second position idea, pentatonic scale notes. Now try to find those notes, okay? And then work on finding them right in the middle of the harp. Anybody can do that. And you're doing this because you're just advancing your knowledge and understanding of this visual layout of your harmonica, the architecture of it, and you're understanding where the notes are, where the sounds are, and if you work on replicating them, you can get right to them. Now you've got the whole picture. You can do anything. Oh, there you go. Somebody's helping you out with the song. Excellent. There you go. I love a little community support. Thanks, Sherns. Hopefully that's accurate information. I bet it is. Sounds like somebody knows what they're talking about. If they understand it's a low F, then they must know what's up. So thanks for the input there. Speaking of low-tuned harmonicas, I just want to switch gears and do a bunch of different things today. So if this is too much all over the place, I understand if you can't handle that and don't want to check out this video. It's all good. But how many people have a low-tuned harmonica with them? I see more chat going on when I tune into the YouTube. Hey, what's up, everybody? I can see most of them now. No, I guess I am seeing most of them here. Cool. I'm working on a little instrumental thing that I want to compose, maybe record one day, where it's kind of reminds me a little bit of like Bye Bye Bird, Sonny Boy 2 mixed with like Whammer Jammer. That's the idea. And you think about the way Whammer Jammer starts, you guys should know this song, Whammer Jammer. It's got this cool little rhythm thing going on here. Let me see if I can do this for you real quick. Oh yeah, it starts with the flutter and all that. But after he comes in that, after all that, the next thing, which I'm about to play. I've never performed this one. It's a cool one. This part. Okay. I'm in a different key. I've got my own adjusted version of that. Okay. So I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing. Maybe you'll get inspiration to try something on your own. So that portion of it, where he goes into the chug right around 10 seconds into the song, and then you listen to, which I haven't been listening to enough, Bye Bye Bird, which is not the same. I'm not saying that these are the same. They're not at all the same. But the influence can be taken from both songs. Let me turn it down for a minute. But that part back, all that. So what I'm doing is I'm thinking of these two songs and not trying to play either of them. And that's how you can come up with something new. Something like that. You start with the raw idea. What I'm going to do is record some of this raw audio that will not be the final product, but I'll record some of that to then listen to it and see what I like, what I don't like, and then remove those things or alter, adjust the things to get to something new. This is a C harp, still known as the B-flat. I did pick up the B-flat. Right. Overblown. Yeah, there you go. At first I thought you were saying overblows. I was like, overblows inside of like some Sonny Boy? Maybe not, but maybe. Maybe that's what would make it so cool. Give me a moment here. I want to remind you, the thumbnail made it if you refresh your, if you're on a computer, if you refresh my homepage on my YouTube channel. I love that thumbnail. It's my buddy Moses, who's no longer with us, and he's a great guy, and I used to play music with him for over a decade and knew him even longer, and he's in some old-ass carriage of some kind. Go check it out. Let's practice before I go. How many people got a C harmonica? Come on, let's practice. And then I'll send you on your way. I've got to go. Please check out the homepage at harmonica123.com if you've enjoyed any part of this stream, and look at what's going on with this sale through July 6th. And check out the yearly memberships. All of this is on sale. There's big stuff happening. 35% off of classes. All sorts of great stuff. Let's play the blues scale, but let's play it as creatively as we can. Let's play it straight and boring and narrow and in the pocket first. If you don't know the blues scale, write it out. Go type it into Google, look it up. 2 draw, 3 half step bend, 4 blow, 4 draw bend, half step, 4 draw, 5 draw, and 6 blow. So let's play that once the way that we won't ever play it again in this stream. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get used to use all of your breath. If you're not doing that, get used to using all of your breath in practice. If you still have air to breathe in, hold and sustain the last note. Same scale. Remember, one draw is part of the scale note. I added a note in there I shouldn't have. Let yourself just move around this scale as if you're just kind of like a dancer moving loosely. You're just moving. You're expressing the notes. You're only playing the scale notes, but you're kind of starting to go up and down and not all the way in order always. And the halfway up, halfway down is one of my favorites. Start from the top, halfway down, halfway up, and then back up. Add some technique in there, over the notes. Change the groove. Play it as a slow blues. Then once you've kind of explored, noodled, explored, and really got playful with the scale, make sure you work on jump and holes also where you don't go in order like I've been going. So you might go 2 draw to 4 draw. After you've done some of that, turn on a track then and work on really improvising with these notes fresh in your mind. And again, don't do anything but use scale notes. You really don't need anything else anyway. You're not lacking anything when you just stick to the scale notes. Pete says that the blow bends are his greatest weakness. Well, you're not alone, my friend. Pete the Animal is here. Everybody go check out his channel. He's posting regular videos that I check out when they pop up. So Pete, you know, you're not alone. The blow bends are a thing of, they're a challenge, but my biggest advice is just stick to a G harmonica or an A harmonica and focus on 9 blow bend. And if you're not getting blow bends to come out, make sure that your draw bends are super strong. And if they are, then apply some of that knowledge in reverse, you know, engineer it where the tongue is moving more forward in the mouth versus backwards. It's a very forward of the mouth control technique, the blow bending. Like you're spitting a watermelon seed. That's what I always tell people. It's like you're spitting a watermelon seed out and you're just going. The tongue is way pushed forward. So see if that helps at all. Right on. Thank you. No, thanks for being here. Oh, Alex is a great player for sure. All right, I'll give you all a quick snippet of the vibrato real quick, and you can go deep and take 35% off of my Blues Harp Technique class, Essential Blues Harp Technique. You can search at the bottom of any page for that class. by searching products. That one goes through all of my techniques and my approach, and it's like a 2-hour and 40-minute class, and it's on sale for a ridiculous price right now. But here's the deal. I'll give it to you right here since you guys are tuning in. First things first is I like coming from bends into vibratos often. Just putting that out there. I'm kind of starting at the end. But I just want to let you know that if you are able to create a vibrato, coming from the bend is really exciting. It's the way to really amplify your vibrato. Okay. I'll remind you in a sec, Pete. So the vibrato, just work on very mechanical choking of the note. That's what you want to do. You want to go, hear that little clicking noise, the little flap and that divides, from your esophagus to the throat or whatever. It divides. It's the one air, one's for swallowing food. Do you hear it? That's what you're going for. That's as fast as you need to go. That's full speed. But when you put the harp in your mouth, it sounds like twice as fast. Pretty weird. Watch. So you don't need to go any faster. It's an automatic reflex of that flap. It's escaping me. I'm not thinking of the word right now, but everyone knows what I'm talking about, I think. Maybe some doctor can put it in the comment section. So the vibrato is created by working on that. And then here's the biggest secret. I'm going to give you one of my biggest secrets about vibratos. That this is the one thing that people mess up that does not work. Like they try to do this and they're not getting it. And they're like, I don't know what's wrong. Here's what's going on. Don't try to bend on the note when you're working vibratos. Yeah, I know. You're like, what? Isn't that what it's all about? It is, but don't work it from that perspective. Don't start on a bend. Most of those type of vibratos are not great usable ones. Let me show you. Does that sound good? They're too choked out. The sweet ones you like on the 2 draw are around the surface of the note, maybe around the half step. You don't need to go any deeper than that. The 3 draw is different. You can get one up here, tremolo-like 3 draw, half step, and full. So that's what's going on. Okay, I'm going to be teaching at SPA this year. That's the Society for the Preservation and Advancement of the Harmonica. At the convention in San Antonio, my topic is the anatomy of the diatonic harmonica. And guess what I'll be talking about? What I was just preaching about a second ago, talking about ear training and understanding where the notes are. So we'll be working on practicing repeating notes, then a series of notes and patterns on the harmonica to become familiar with where the notes and sounds are. And I'll try to do it in a creative, fun way. I still need to work on that lesson plan, but I got ideas already from other classes. So you'll walk away with some kind of tangible patterns that you can practice, and you'll get a good workout with me doing stuff like the repeating notes. If you don't do this type of work, please start doing it. Again, these are the things that were the biggest game changers out of anything for me, and I didn't start doing it until way late, like after year 20. That's how long I waited. I didn't do this in year 1, 2, 5, 10. I was just completely an ear player with a tiny bit of knowledge on theory. Now I have much more knowledge in the theory department, a better ear, and that same emotional feel. Those are the ingredients. You need to train your ear. You need to have a heightened emotion, and you need to understand, in my opinion, at least some theory, especially the stuff that relates to the instrument we're playing, like 12-bar structure. No, those were not all draw notes. Good question. The SPA class will be available on the website. Every class will be recorded, and If there are people that absolutely cannot, I'm really glad you asked that. If you cannot make it to spa, and you're like, I cannot do that for whatever reason, there is a way to sign up and register just for the online version of the event. So you can do that. And then you can, I don't know if you get access to the classes live, but you get all the recordings and go check that out. But if you attend, you'll have access to those recordings if you attend the event. Pentatonic scale. The other thing I was working on, just to throw these out there, this is a really random stream, I was working on third position bass lines, which is a really cool topic. Third position bass lines. Major pentatonic in third. So we're not playing that blues scale that everyone typically plays. We're not playing the minor scale. We're playing major pentatonic. And I was playing around with that looser than what I'm demonstrating here. All right, Hugo, I'm looking at your comment here. A lot of problems to get to the next level from just blow draw. Yeah, like in and out. Yeah, I've got a million tips for you. Sign up for my membership, number one. For $35 a month, you can gain access to everything I've ever made. Everything I've ever created with notes and streaming classes. But what can I tell you now? Step one is get clean notes. Get your breathing in check and work on clean notes. Most people that are doing the in-out are playing real dirty. Is that you? If you're doing this kind of playing, it's almost it is counterproductive. Don't do that. Work on the single notes clean, and then from there work on simple major scale or learning a melody. That's what I did first. I learned once I could get a single note. I did all that for a long time, for a few months before I did anything else. I was very content just sharing O Susanna with all my friends and family. So are you getting a clean note would be my first question. And if you're not, you've got to work on consistently getting clean notes and work on breath control and rhythm playing. Something simple like that. Well, okay, I'm going to call you on that and say you got no problems, and maybe I believe you, okay, but check your own work. So often we think it's perfect. Record yourself and make sure that every time you're going for clean, it's always clean. Not 80% of the time, not 50. Just make sure you can always do it. And if you can do that and they sound good, not just clean notes, but they're not flatted by accident on the draw notes. So like this. Check your draw notes. 1, 2, 3, 4 draw. If that's sounding really good, start to learn songs by ear. Don't rely on tablature. Write out the major scale. And obviously work on bending. When you've got single notes clean, the next step after you've learned a couple musical ideas and scales and you're working on rhythm is you want to learn how to bend. That's where the magic and the fun comes in with harmonica playing, at least in the context of several different styles of music and not just improvisation inside of melodies. These bends are really important. So those are my tips. Yeah, learn the chord tones. But that comes later for the people that are just getting into improvisation. You don't have to do that. Those are just the notes of the chords that you're playing against, and it's extremely helpful to learn those notes for sure. Like the 5-chord tones right there. They become ideas that you can bring into your improvisation. I like that tip. And 12-bar form in general, I would just tell people get really good at that. Choke chicken on the... Yeah, well, if you got problems going on with your G and a C, maybe you got to replace them. Yeah, you can always work on building licks and idioms, your vocabulary in blues harp, but the thing is, get the structure in the foundation working for you first. So get your tone, your ability to have good, comfortable, relaxed breath control and single notes. And it's so powerful. Don't overlook that. Okay? On that note, I'm going to check out, y'all. Thanks for hanging out today. This has been a little broadcast, spontaneous broadcast through, I think it's called the Prism app. Streamed through that to YouTube as a little test today to see if we could clear up the audio issues. That will not go away when I stream from the YouTube app. So appreciate all of you hanging out with me today. Thanks for being here live. Y'all make it a great day. I will see you soon. Thanks for checking out the sale. That's what's keeping me alive, allowing me to do these live streams for you and keep the lights on. Check out the sale at harmonica123.com. I'll be back with another live stream before too long. See you soon.